Shalom, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, that teach us this truth in the name and in the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. All right, peace, love, and blessings to the elect scattered abroad around the four corners of the earth. All right, mainly in Babylon the Great, which is America, which is ought to be destroyed. All right, and basically this is a commentary video, a re-upload video going into what Elder Yasha Wamba had did. You know, his channel is Remnant Save 144. That's the elder out of Dallas, Texas. And it says, the haughty people of the earth do languish. People are over it. And if you watch this video, you know, you will greatly be edified. And he went more and more into detail, you know, going into different videos, how certain people are feeling about the American system. All right, knowing and understand that the American dream was all lies and deceptions. All right, it was all falsified, man. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And we are at the end. Esau, Edom being a so-called, you know, white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, that man of sin being revealed, the son of perdition, the son of destruction. All right. And he will be revealed in his time pursuant to 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. And we are in the last days, contrary to you people's belief. All right, that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is about to bring havoc and judgments upon the nation of Edom. All right, starting off with the elite bankers. All right, and so on and so forth. All right, the Illuminati, as people will call them. All right, so with that being said, people are fed up, even though they're still in gross darkness, but they're still, you know, in the light of knowing and understanding that this devil is in rulership and that under his rule, you shall suffer, catch hell, be subject to payments. All right. And this devil, you know, Esau, Edom, throughout history, he shows how much he really does hate every single nation, mainly you so-called, you know, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. But Esau, Edom is a selfish, vile creation that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai created to be the wicked and to execute punishments and judgments, and ultimately to bring forth death and destruction upon Babylon the Great. All right, which the Lord is going to use, you know, him being the wicked. All right, which is the sword of the Lord. So, matter of fact, I got my Bible right here. Let me get Psalms right quick. Psalm 17. So chapter 17 and verse 13. Almost a lot. This is Psalm chapter 17, verse 13. Arise, O Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right, and pursuing the Ezekiel, the 21st chapter, which I'm about to get into right now, because I have my Bible, because people really, truly don't understand how the Lord ordained Esau, Edom to be the whooping stick upon the nations, mainly towards you Hebrew Israelites, man. All right, because it's always been controversy and a separation between Esau, Edom, and Jacob, which name got turned into Israel. It always been animosity. All right, it always been, you know, hatred especially coming from the so-called white man, pursuing the Ezekiel 35:5. They have a perpetual hatred towards the nation of Israel. All right, that forever hatred that he has in his mind, okay, and that he wanted to fulfill the lust thereof of destroying Jacob. But us knowing and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, the Lord is not going to allow that to happen. So I'm going to read this precept, Ezekiel 21:9, and I'm going to read on down to verse 11. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It containeth the rod of my son as every tree. All right. And that great, that sore slaughter and furbished that it may glitter, ultimately going into the ICBMs, hypersonic missiles, that glittering sword, pursuing to Job, the 18th chapter. But we also know through this man technology, through his pseudoscience, all right, knowledge increasing, him being wiser than Daniel, we know that this devil is going to come down with great wrath, with many great deceptions, inventions, all right, which they're going to use to destroy the masses of the people, mainly you Israelites, man. So I'm going to read verse 11. And he have given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. And the hand of the slayer is Esau Edom. All right, that the Lord, ordained. All right. I'm going to read verse 19. Also, thou son of man, appoint thee 2 ways. The sword of the king of Babylon may come. Both twine shall come forth out of one land, and choose thou a place. Choose it at the head of the way to the city. All right. And the only reason I read that because it was a side note pursuant to Ezekiel 21:11. But furthermore, Esau Edom is the wicked, and he's in rulership. All right. And the Lord ordained this devil to rule for a appointed time and bounds that he cannot pass. Going back to Job, the 14th chapter, verse 5, and also Job, the 20th chapter, verse 5. And we understand these things. All right. That's why this devil is doing the things that he's doing upon the planet Earth and maneuvering the way that he's maneuvering and straight wickedness, deception, wrath. Going back to Revelation 12:12. All right. The Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, ordained this devil to, execute these acts, man. Ultimately for the destruction upon 2/3, the undesirables. All right. So at the end of the day, the Lord is in control on both sides, both good and evil. So let me get Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right, and that's going to Esau Edom. All right, he's been given this world for a short period of time to rule. All right, and we know and understand, us being in the last days, that Esau Edom is, the end of an age, the end of a rulership, a kingdom, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, starting off with the elect. All right, and that's truly be told, that's what it's all about, the elect returning back unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai and preaching his word. And like I said, one thing I noticed about watching this video, and I watched the whole thing when I was at the plantation, these people really are, butthurt, and they really trust in this place, or trusted in this place. And they come to find out that this place was never for them. that this place was never for them to prosper. All right, especially you Jakes, you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. You fail to realize you're still underneath the goddamn curses, man. And you're not going to prosper in a land of captivity, a land of slavery. Okay? And that's also lost the train of thought. It was a precept I was thinking about. Salakia. Salakia. So, it was Isaiah, the 24th chapter, and also, golly, hold on. Proverbs, the Wadiyah Bashem Yahweh. It's Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And these people are in a state of mourning. Every time you turn around, you seeing homelessness, poverty, low income paying jobs. All right. And especially it was two, in particular channels that the brother was keeping update. I think the Hopeful Elect 3 and also Endure the Last Days, and days ends off with a Z. All right, showing you, matter of fact, let me see. The Hopeful Elect 3. All right, the struggle continues. All right, and this, this brother right here does great short videos and snippets of, different things that's going on in the world, whether it be Eve bugging out, the so-called, Negro woman, Latino woman, Native American woman, whatever the case. All right, you got you average Babylonians, being in an uproar, in a state of confusion. Okay. Not knowing and not understanding that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is setting the tone in the earth, causing divisions, causing, sedition amongst men, the love of many waxing cold. And that's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai via, through prophecies. All right. And these people losing. Hey, the struggle continues. Take 53. All right. The American pipe dream, like I said, at the brink of collapse. And this how like, man, this shit over with, bro. You got to, be in that right spirit and let it be known, like, hey, man, it's only a matter of time that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to real life rain judgments and havoc on the planet Earth, man. All right. So we got to remember, that's how you know that the people in the land of Israel today are not the chosen people of the Lord. Because every nation is under perplexity, all right, under different, troubles and distress are all around the world. And the scriptures prophesy that of the end times, letting you know that those, like I said, once again, these are not the people of the Lord, the Amalekites, all right, those small hatters. They are not the chosen. So let me get Isaiah 19. It says message to Egypt. Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst thereof. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight one against another, against his brother. They shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. All right, and that's what's about to happen. That's about to come down the pipe. But throughout all that's going on in the world, the Lord is causing divisions, all right, sedition amongst men, commotions, so on and so forth. All right, that's the end all be all. Before the Lord really judged this place with thermonuclear fire, he's setting the tone on how people was going to conduct themselves, how they was going to react, the desirables and the undesirable. All right, the Lord already has chosen since the beginning who are of the elect. And you can, the end times prophecy. I'm going to read Luke chapter 21 and verse 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. And you can also read Mark, the 13th chapter, and also Matthew, the 24th chapter, letting you know the time of the end. All right, the beginning of sorrows that's coming upon the earth. Like I said, you already have it in the earth. Inflations. Soon to come, hyperinflation is going to kick in. People are going to be robbing each other, killing each other just for the lack of food. All right. Friends are going to be killing and fighting one another in these last days, man. All right. Terrible and perilous times is coming upon this place. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they should not run. All right. And the point is, friends are going to fight like enemies. All right. Because that's the times that we're coming into is going to be so bad and so barren of faith. All right. The certain individuals that was once, always neighborly, always have a giving spirit. All that shit's going to be out the window once all hell breaks loose. All right. It's going to be a lot of people that's just not going to trust one another. All right. And ultimately, you got to have the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in order to survive what's about to come down the pipe. All right. Because all these sorrows that's happening, these people bugging out, feeling some type of way, but still not knowing and not understanding, this is only the beginning. And that's the scariest part. It's only the beginning. So just imagine and wait until that great wrath, all right, that Esau Edom has come down with great force. They already talk about, the 15-minute cities, the MOTB, martial law, certain laws and regulations that if you don't, hearken to, you're going to be dealt in a harsh, manner, roughly paraphrasing. And when we see these things about to come down the pipe, man. All right. And if you don't see it, the Lord is really not dealing with you. Like I said in my previous video, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Because at the end of the day, meanwhile, you still got false Israelite groups that teach false doctrine and really try to go after, certain individuals, heaping disciples unto themselves. Like I say, want to be the next top man of Israel, not knowing and not understanding that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai already set up Yahweh set up Yahweh Shai, man. All right, because he the one that died for the nation of Israel. He died for his own sins, and he also died for the nation of Israel's sins, starting off with the elect. So he's going to get that credit and that due diligence, justice and so on and so forth, man. He's going to be our King and Lord and Savior in the kingdom of heaven, which the Lord has ordained us to follow after. Lord Yahweh Shai is that great example to follow after, man. But people still don't understand that. They don't realize that. But those, you gonna know it after death by pain, because Esau Edom, he really want to kill y'all niggas, man. All right. But meanwhile, and it just be so funny every time we go out there and prophesy and speak These niggas always got a problem with the message of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Not, must be forgetting what Esau Edom did to the nation of Israel, the people of Israel. But, yeah, that's to their downfall, man. So I'm going to continue on Isaiah 19 and verse 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsels thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. Going into Isaiah the 47th chapter, verse 10 on down, I believe the 12 or 13. All right. At the end of the day, when all these calamities and troubles come upon you, nothing is going to deliver you. All right. Nothing is going to help you escape from the judgments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. You trust in wickedness. That wickedness is not going to deliver you. All right. Speaking to you elites. All right. Speaking to the small hatters, the banking families, the top men of Esau Edom, even the average Joes out here that comes from the lineage of Edom. The Lord's still gonna deal with you too. You're not exempt. Just because you live a so-called Christian-based life. Oh, I got black friends and I treat everybody well. Hey, at the end of the day, it's your spirit, man. It's the lineage. If you don't go back to that lineage of Yasha Allah, Israel, you have no hope. All right, you have no protection. All right, or nothing, man. No promises, no covenants, anything. And starting off first and foremost with the elect. Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. So let's look up this word, perverse, distorting, perverting, warping. To commit iniquity, do wrong, commit iniquity. Let me look, perverse, because I done looked it up before. Perverse. Of a person of their actions showing a deliberate and obstinate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable or unacceptable. All right. Awkward, contrary, difficult, unreasonable, unhelpful, troublesome, annoying. All right. And that's you people, especially our people, because meanwhile, like I say, man, and that's how you know it's the spirit and power Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that's dwelling on us. Because don't get me wrong. Like I said, we all fucked up, man. All right. We still underneath the flesh. We still fuck up, but we're striving and trying to improve through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. And we know our power. We know our power names. We have faith in those names, man. We real life tell ourselves each and every day, man, I die for this shit, man. And that's real talk. And you got to have, not to say it like that, but like, that's how passionate you got to be about this truth. You got to be willing to die for it. You got to be willing to teach. You got to be willing to learn, and that's all it's about. It's about learning and teaching. All right. So much to learn, so much to teach, and that is a true statement. It's a lot to learn out here, and it's also a lot to teach, man, especially, to the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indian descent. All right. This is not our rest at the end of the day. That's why you niggas are catching hell. That's why you can't never, get ahead, because those curses are fucking real. You can't escape that shit, And it's just so funny because Jake always try to find a way out. instead of just understanding why you're in this predicament. You know, it's a reason, man. We all fall short of the glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So with that being said, he punished us as a nation. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indian descent. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has punished us for the iniquities that we did towards him. Okay? We did not hearken unto the voice by the way of Moses. All right? It says self-willed, willful, rebellious. And that all Israel is, a rebellious house that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is not going to, bring unto salvation. Like I said, this truth is only for the elect. And the Lord definitely mingled a perverse spirit in the land of Israel. So everybody feels some type of way. Everybody's on edge. The haughty people of the earth do languish. All right. People are fed up. They tired of working paycheck to paycheck. Like I said, I done heard this shit so many times. And these by so-called, white people, Edomites, people that look like that. Because I'm not the Heavenly Father. I'm not the only begotten Son. So these might be, Israelite foreigners, a confusion of faces that's venting and complaining about the wrongdoings of this devil. All right. By fraud. Let me see. By fraud. KJV. Let's see. Okay, so that's James 5. I'm gonna go back to Isaiah. Hold on. Because the main point is in Isaiah, the 24th chapter. Because at the end of the day, hey, the mirth gone. Everybody can fake the funk and lie and try to live that false illusions and that false narrative. But, man, this shit over with, man. Look, all y'all motherfuckers broke. Y'all ain't got no money. Y'all can't live the so-called American dream that you thought you was going to live. And ultimately, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is about to destroy this place, man. All right, Kahalayim La, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. And it says misuse of riches. This is James 5. I'll start at 1, read on down to 6. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupt, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You had heaped treasure together for the last days, and they heapeth nations unto themselves, man. All right, speaking of the Edomites, going back to Habakkuk chapter 2 and 5. All right, and you read on down to verse 6, that thick clay with the heavy debts. And that's another reason why this place is going to go down by usury. All right, misusing the people on the earth. All right, taking resources, being completely wicked, having a God complex. Hey, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai sees all that shit, man, through the Spirit. Verse 4, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. All right, speaking about the Israelites, because only the Israelites can pray unto the Heavenly Father and it can be heard. All right. But also going into, the rest of the nations. All right. The heathens, man, because They are also laborers who have reaped down the fields, man. All right, benefit certain, certain things dealing with Babylon the Great. That's why, in a nutshell, that certain heathens, especially Elam, them East Indians, they can come over here and prosper. After they prosper for a certain amount of time or years, they can go back to their homeland and so-called share the wealth. All right, dealing with Elam, the so-called East Indian. All right, Moab, so-called Chinese. Ammon, so-called Japanese. All right, Ham, the so-called Africans. All right. Verse 5, you have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. You have nourished your hearts as in the days of slaughter. You have condemned and killed the just, which are the Israelites, and he doth not resist you. All right. So this, the misuse of riches, man, that's what's going to bring down Esau, Edom. Let me get Habakkuk, since I quoted it, Habakkuk 2 and 5. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increase that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeneth himself with thick clay. And that thick clay is heavy debts, and it's batia. All right, batia. Let me see. Yeah, batia. All right, wedge of pledge, heavy debts. And that's why that debt clock is a couple $1 trillion, man. All right, either I think it's like 3 or 300 trillion. Matter of fact, national debt clock. National. $4 trillion and counting. About to hit the fives. $100,000 million billion 36 billion. If I'm not mistaken, that's billion. 36 billion U.S. national debt. The U.S. federal tax revenue. Okay. Well, yep. Yay. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to destroy this place, man. So we just got to hold on through the spirit. All right. The haughty people of the earth do languish. People are over. And they're going to continue to be in that gross darkness because they don't understand and know Yahweh Shem Yahushua is doing all these things. All right. For the awakening and for the uprising of Yasha Allah. All right, you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indian descent. Okay. So I'm about to end it off. I'm going to go to Isaiah 24. It said, judgment on the earth. Matter of fact, NLT. It says destruction of the earth. And that's really going into Babylon the Great, America, that's going to be destroyed because the earth is going to abide forever. Isaiah 24 and 1 NLT, look, the Lord Yahweh is about to destroy the earth and make it a vast wasteland. And that's in Babylon the Great. He devastates the surface of the earth and scatters the people. Priests and lay people, servants and masters, maids and mistress, buyers and sellers, Salakia, lenders and borrowers, bankers and debtors, none will be spared. All right. The earth will be completely empty and looted. The Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, has spoken. The earth mourns and dries up. The crops waste away and wither. Even the greatest people on earth waste away. And the greatest people really on earth is the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Seminole Indian descent. So I'm gonna get in my sword, my scriptures, in the KJV, Isaiah 24 and verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languish, and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. All right, so let's go. The haughty, which I think believes goes into pride. I know languishes, to be weak, to drope, to languish, to be exalted. All right, to go weak, to grow feeble. All right, weak, and that's these people. All right, and it says that in 2nd Ezra 14, which I'm gonna get right here in my apocrypha, in my sword. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 14 and verse 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts and cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature and set aside the thoughts that are most Salakia. Put off the weak nature and set aside that are most heavy upon thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.